What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome back to Anno 1800. We're still in Hiprath. I've been working on upgrading some artisans over here to be engineers. The reason for this, of course, being that I want to click this button, which we now can press. We'll pay him off. Anyway, we're gonna look at getting the World's Fair done. It's gonna take a lot. We don't have the resources for it. We'll have to get some kook tech, which I think we have stocked up on this island. If I look at it, it's like CO. Never mind, I can't tell. I think we have some here, though. Yes, we do. We have enough to finish off the World's Fair here, which will be nice. And we can get that stuff done, which is cool. The other odd thing we need to build is of course, the Iron Tower, which requires some tourists, which I can look into doing later. For now, what I want to do is I want to go over here and get our engineers, or artisans, their needs. And to that degree, I've plotted out what they should need. We'll start with this section here, which will be their actual food itself. Let's build this, these. I'm using of course, the trade unionist here that lets us put in fur dealers, and so they will use cotton fabric instead of wool, or wool instead of cotton fabric. I had that backwards. And then these are the sewing machines, and then over here we have our production of what will be the furnaces. Let me just make sure I still have these numbers right here. All right, iron's going to be a little bit of an issue. Did I need to build a second iron deposit? No, they're both set up here. I think we'll need to give them power is what... Well, for now we'll just set them to be 50% bonus, and we'll put a police station here. Yeah, that'll do good enough for us to get our needs met. Gonna be a little bit behind on wood. For now, we'll just do something like this, and we'll build out that. That'll get us our wood. Okay, so we're gonna look good on everything there. Still technically a little bit behind on steel here. That's weird. How that's working. It's a workforce shortage. Ah, because I did all those upgrades, we're now suffering for a lack of workers. Which is really quite tragic. Quite tragic. Well,
I don't have all I need for my canvas.
Let's look at getting that improved. So I'm thinking we'll need another worker area over here. We'll leave this free for our engineers, artisans, and other people, but for now we'll need to get some more workers. So let's build out here, do away with our old road, and we'll plot this stuff. Yikes, this is gonna be annoying. Very annoying. Okay. You don't need any railway stuff, so we don't need to build out power out here, which should be nice. Instead, we'll just grab a random place. We're going to throw down our pub. We'll throw down a marketplace. And then, what else do we need for them? We'll have to do a church or a school. And a church. There is your entire center of anything you need. We're gonna make this quick and dirty since this is kind of just the place to get us set up here. So we'll do like a thing there, thing there, thing there. We'll come back and of course replace this with actual normal pathways later. Let's take this, copy it over. And we can actually throw in something else here. Let's throw in a post office. We want a post office. That's town hall. Post. Right here. We're going to probably need to put in a hospital. There we go. There's our little cube home for these guys. we'll of course have to put in a police station and some other stuff, so we'll just plan out for that. Even though we don't have riots here, since these guys don't actually work. Alright, these guys will get their supplies and we can start upgrading them to workers. We're going to need more, which is a pain, but oh well. Such is life. This is what happens whenever you want to force through progress. Okay, let's copy this and see like what I can get going here. Don't want to use the same design. Maybe we'll do something like this with the workers. And we'll copy it over. I could throw in some ornaments there, make it look a little nice. Nicer than usual. And for this one, we'll do... actually fit like a nice...
I'm in the presence of a virtuoso.
Oh, I can. Cool, so that actually works. We'll get our peddler. This could actually work out very well for us. I also don't remember if I showed it last time, but I built this little farmer's area to use up all of our space. Let me just build this out real quick, and then I'll go show that off. Okay, anyway, I built out a farmer's area over here to kind of use up the remaining space here. It's kind of space inefficient, but it's for farms. Later on, I'll go back and put some like nice little trees and ornaments here. And of course, I've been building out our flour mills and things, so that's all going well. Also, with these now working, let's set up the trade routes. So, for Temple Park trade, we're going to need to go here. And we're going to want to first load up our goulash. Or our canned food, not goulash. We're going to come here, we're going to unload. This will be TP canned goods. Canned goods. And we have a ship for it. We'll take the greedy something. Did I assign that to something? Okay, anyway, next one. From here to here, we're going to load up and we're going to go with our fur coats. And we'll call it TP Fur. Our trade. We'll take the Independence 3. And then we'll do one more route from TP to, or Otisville to TP. And this will be, what's the last thing we need here? It was the sewing machines. And then we'll do TP sewing. Of course, we'll call this the Temple Park trade. And we'll use the African Queen. Alright, so that will get that demand met. Let's just double check that we have between Otisville and TP enough production for our very specific goods here. So we have good excesses. That gives us room to grow, which is what I wanted. And so these guys will slowly get their goods met. Now the trouble comes over here. Let's get these guys set up.
Life's fine as a new turnip.
All this, now we have our worker shortage addressed. We'll grow this out periodically to make this better. But this is going to be our overflow. And I'm not going to worry too much about making that too good, because we do still have all this space here that I'm going to put in other things. Looking back at Hiprath, let's look at the goods we need for this. So we need to get some Kook Tech, 300 of them. I believe I have you over here for that exact purpose. No one else should be using this. When I say no one, we've got a lot of gold ores just sitting here. Starts with the C. Kook. Let me just see, and then I can look through it that way. I also have a ton of spare sewing machines, so maybe I did not need to make this production, but oh well. Also, we just got more influence points, which is all great. And how much filament do we need here as well? We need 300 filament. That's going to be an interesting thing to do. I did just increase our production of filament and things over here.
I see the same old faces whenever I come here.
We don't need tourists over here. Got a lot of copper. I'll have to remember to ship that off. So we look at the filament that we have here. We've got none. We ain't got none. Okay, let's just go ahead and pause one of the light bulb factories. We have a surplus here. And so until we get that filament... Actually, can we trade for filament? I bet you we can trade for it. which will be much better for us. I think it's one of the things I unlocked here. I have some... Oh, we need more to exchange more tallow to get filament. Do we have anyone who sells this? Quality hops. Looks like that'll be something we'll have to...
watching your every move.
We'll just have to get ourselves. Windows Maker makes pearls. Carpentry works and window... Wow.
Trust my instincts where you're concerned.
Let's send this guy over here to buy out that stuff. That seems very useful to have. Okay, our goods are met here. We're making good money. We actually make 12k over our share, so I could technically buy this out and actually screw over our good friend Carl here, which I really want to do. This would like decimate him and give us so much resources. 7 oil springs. More grapes. I mean, I have a lot of grapes already. We won't do for now. We'll wait till we get all our production stuff done. Also, I want to show off what I built in the old world. This is Leviticus. It's the colony we have right in the center here. I wanted to go and try out what all the hacienda stuff is like. So I started building up the haciendas things here. And I realized with these breweries, they cost attractiveness per brewery. So we're really suffering here in terms of happiness because of all of that lack here. Also, there was a festival going on here, so I want to see how my production is changed now that the festival's done. All right, so we are a little bit short on sugarcane and our corn. Okay, let's do something about that. First, let's get our cows production done. Sugarcane. This is the setup we're running with here. Don't know why this is not set up the right way I want it, but we'll do this. And we'll get our sugarcane set up again. Okay, that'll be good.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Always have this Manola. Nah, I need to not actually leave there. Let's come back. So that should fix out our sugarcane. We got a huge surplus of plantains. So we need corn. Need corn. I've been using these hacienda corn farms, which are cool, but which sadly don't have shoot. Here's what we do here. Crap. I want to do something like this, but that's a terrible idea because it will actually harm us. Here's what we can do. We can move this one over, go around this way,
The land has to be prepared for.
and throw... You're good with your slot, you are. Let's throw out the fertilizer silo, and then this on the other side of it.
How thrilling!
I guess I could do something here. That gives me harbor access. I want to use it. All old world crop farms get great productivity for lesser workforce and more I really should start using those guys, but I just don't have the influence to really optimize my stuff. And then we'll build this out. Okay, so that'll give our sugarcane surplus everything it needs. Cool, we have a ton of alpaca wool. A actual boatload of alpaca wool. This stuff isn't working since it's technically out of the range of the hacienda, so we'll actually have to do our corn farm the traditional way, which is fine because we do have the fertility for it. We'll just build this out. The only problem with this is that it does take a lot more space to do it without the hacienda here, which is what sucks. Though you can, I guess it's kind of comparable, because when you actually double this with your fertilizer, which for some reason you can't actually provide fertilizer to these farms. Wait, can you? You can? Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm completely wrong. Didn't realize you could do that. I can probably cut all of these and just save myself a ton of time here now. Okay, let's fix this. Let us fix this. Give me a fertilizer silo here. Let's build it out. Give you. We'll build you the fertilizer silo. And there's your corn. Okay. Need to do something similar over here.
Hey, Baka!
Do not mean to actually do that.
I'll leave my coffee for later.
How do I want to fit these in? Well, this guy can... We'll have to open up a road here. No, don't
They don't
pause.
need us.
I've been running these things without using the fertilizer that I can produce in the same island, which has been sucky. So let's fix that. Here's the fertilizer. Then your fertilizer. And we'll just throw that out. For this guy, we'll throw the reverse. This guy will need to do something else. I also have these two that need to have their fertilizer too. Here's what we can do. I'm gonna move that out by this out by 1. And I want to move... I guess we can move you just over, like this. Move that there. You're going to be short on crops, that's fine. Now that I know I could use the hacienda farms for these, I should have everything be a hacienda farm. Which I can always come back and fix later. It's not too big of a deal. Alright, you guys will have your production up. You have your production. Ooh, you're missing some slots. So these guys need these two. I think I wanted to... What am I trying to accomplish here? I'm like doing nothing. Nothing meaningful, that is. Let's see, let's think about this. I need to have one more area of space here for this. Can you move one farther north and still be in the hacienda spot? I think it looks like you can, which is nice. Bam. Then we'll just drop that and drop that. Put like our one tile road there. Build out that and build out that. And then give you your farms back. Okay. Now I'll have more than we ever needed. I don't think I'm ever going to get you your capabilities there. We'll leave these two just without. That way we have like an even round number there. So that should be all our corn that we need. That should be all of our other stuff. And we are now running very well in this region. We have excess of everything, basically. Which is great. Very good. In fact, I could probably just cut these corn farms for now. But we'll leave them. We're actually not that far over, but we'll leave these and come back. Well, later on, we'll probably add some fertilizer depots there.
You're a cunning one.
But that's good. This is good. Going back to the old world, let's see how much... Did I turn one of these off? I did not turn one of these off. I need filament, which is going to be a pain. How much do we have stocked up here of our light bulbs? We have 0 light bulbs here. Produce enough light bulbs, right? Like not crazy here that we cover the production of Hiprath with light bulbs. We do, barely. Are we trading our light bulbs away? Is that where I'm mistaken? Do not seem to be. Getting close to the tallow count that we want.
4 hours in a row. Time to
You
stretch
be
your
quiet.
legs.
Okay, we're doing a ton of stuff over here for other things. This is funny. Can I just trade for tallow? How much do I need? I need about... I mean, I guess just give me 200 tallow. Yeah, we'll get there eventually with the tallow. So it's going to take a little bit to get us up to snuff with this. So we are missing goods here. We should have all the kook tech. We can just drop that off. And then we'll sit over here and wait for our filament, which we can get eventually. Maybe I just pull a... We'll create an artificial shortage. These produce... For speed 3, we'll get filament that way. That'll work. We'll take the hit. Right. So here...
Has ended.
I don't actually need to upgrade anybody to engineers at the moment. If anything, I need to upgrade some of these guys to investors. But for now, this is going to be fine. Let's look at the next good we want to get for our engineers. The last thing they need is steam carriages. Before we can start upgrading stuff, they also need elevators. But let's look at steam carriages. This requires motor assembly lines, and then coach makers, which take kook tech and lumberjack huts. Okay. Just for my relevancy, how much do we need in terms of quantity here? 1. Let's plan for 2. And I think we're gonna, well, I guess each one we do is gonna be 2 regardless. Requires electricity, we have electricity, so this is fine. Can I just turn these off? I don't... Alright. One of those, which would take 4 coach makers. This is improved by electricity, so we can get by with 2. And then each one of these, we're going to need to double the quantity. So basically we have... Let's think about that. Right now we produce 1 every 30 seconds, so this would be 1 lumberjack hut for this. Let's just plot that somewhere. Not affected by electricity, which is good. We'll just throw this over here. Just throw that down. 1 lumberjack hut. And on the opposite side, we'll need steam motors. I think we have enough kook tech here. I don't normally make this just like off the cuff, right? It's something I only make for production here. We have some surplus. We'll start without having a kook tech and see what happens. Motor assembly lines is going to be weird, right? So we're making this every 30 seconds. Means we need... We can do 1 of these and then turn it up, I think was what we should go for. Yeah, so let's make 1 of these and plan to... This requires electricity? It does require electricity, so we put it there. We'll throw out this line here. Okay, well, let's plan for what we need here. So let's look at what we have surplus. In terms of intermediate goods, we have a surplus of steel. Do we have a surplus of our brass? Do we have any brass here? We do have the copper and the zinc, we just don't mine it. Which is cool. I can get this done easy. This is actually great for us. I don't want to cut out our productivity there. Just do something like this. Copper mines, we don't have the stuff for that.
fire
zinc
broke
mines.
out.
No access to fire station. Do that, please. All right, let's get our stuff over here. The good thing about playing on speed 3 and very slowly building this up offline is that I don't have to worry too much here. Anyway, back to plotting this stuff out while that fire gets fixed. This is going to be enough assembly lines for the foreseeable future, and we're going to want one of these turned up to produce turned up 50%. So this single motor line should have enough steel. We'll need 2 of these brass smelteries, which means we actually have enough for 4 brass smelteries. Or I can just build 2 of these in the right place. Okay, so that'll be our brass smelteries. And that'll be us enough to actually do... We could do 2 cab assembly lines here. That produces it every... Divide that by 2, that'd be like 22.5 seconds. Means we slowly have a surplus in motors, but it's fine, I think, for our purposes. Nothing destroyed, good. And that's actually going to get all that stuff done. We'll just need the stuff to actually build it, starting with our mines here. Of course, with the mines, we also want to build out some warehouses for them. And later on, we might look to get more oil delivered to this island. I believe we should have a surplus. Yeah, we have a pretty large surplus. So we could look to maybe putting out some oil here. No connection to harbor. Oh, I didn't realize you couldn't connect that way. Completely missed me with that. Okay, so we might need more kook tech. Where are we getting the kook tech from? I think we're getting from Palulu? Yeah, I think we are. What's...
Stand aside, boss. Don't get dirt on your
You know
fancy
what
shoes.
you know what I can just do with this? We're just gonna... I want to double their production. Crap. My lack of planning in the past is starting to bite me in the butt. But I can still fix this. We'll do something like... I think 1's the only thing we need, right? Like, we should be fine here. Actually, you know what I can do? Which is a really stupid thing, but which will actually accomplish the same stuff. I can just put this on the other end. And we have a warehouse right there that can handle this.
Of course. Come join us.
That's awesome. Alright, so that should more than meet our demands now, which will be good. Oh yeah, we also have the gold mines and things. And we still haven't actually put in the oil here, which I now looking at it, I have no way of getting to the... I was going to go through there for the harbor, but I've now screwed that out.
Beautiful.
Whatever. Something with the artistas to
Bring
fix that.
back the good old. Do this for
What are
me.
we trying to build?
See?
You want a
See?
tornado?
You kept your word.
Thanks. I'll take that. Thanks for the pig. Alright, let's go back to our ship over here. Our Samson. We're going to load up... Let's get our construction material. What else do we need here? Let's get some of these. And we'll come back out. Let's set it to where I'm buying construction goods here. In fact, I'm already set to buy construction goods. Just not in the large enough quantities. Alright. We'll wait for that to take place. Let's check over here and see how much filament we're building up. Our surplus. 30. Meaning we're 1/5 of the way there. 1/10. Great. Great. Okay. that should be all the investor stuff. When we tier these guys up, we'll probably get more demands from them, which is just known. Like, that's inevitable. But for now, the last thing we're going to need to build are elevators. Which, speaking of elevators, I can just do this over here. That's going to be expensive. Let's plot this out. I don't think we're actually going to build it yet, since it looks like this will take up quite a bit of stuff. Quite a bit of stuff. Okay, that'll be the elevator place, and it will take 4 of these, or I can get by with 2. And then for each of these, we'll need... For those, we'll need 2 more lumberjacks.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Are you in range? We'll upgrade that. Let's see if that'll how that'll affect our furnace. Yeah, I'll have to watch that and pay more close attention to that. But that could be our elevators, which is just a building material, right? Which is why it's fine. Our ship should be chugging along here. We're speed 3, so it normally goes fast. Yep, there it is. Speaking of fast, import exports. Where's my tallow? I might just dump some tallow and buy some. Oh yeah, we're never gonna do that cigar deal.
I feel an integral part here.
Yeah, light bulbs are struggling. That's fine. Let that churn along. Alright. Regardless, we can now upgrade our stuff. So let's go ahead and get our zinc copper mines done. Let those start churning, and then we need to do the brass factory. I have a bunch of things that should upgrade these. We'll just have to look for them. Ah, brass smeltery. Don't I have I should have at least one workshop here. I don't have a single trade union. Okay, I'll have to look and see, because there's a lot of stuff that upgrades these that I'm going to want to look into. Okay, with the brass factory, we want to look at our coach makers and our assembly lines. So let's do these 2.
Cover your ears.
And let's take a look at what this is going to cost us. Cool.
Because people haven't seen enough suffering.
We ship stuff in, so that shouldn't be an issue. It says we're still looking good on our surpluses here. Have these kicked on? Well, not all of these have kicked on, so we'll have to wait a little bit. We're out of a lot of things.
Just say the word.
All right, Samson, you did good. Go do good again. All right, we'll just go right here. It's closer. We still need reading material for the queen here for our quest. If I look at other quests, tractor barn. I don't think we're ever gonna do this. Yeah, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Build the iron tower, deliver her some stuff, and then build our other things. I'm doing an expedition right now. Let's look at that. I'm not gonna read all this stuff. Bonus success chance, we'll take the 25%, mapping our islands with the message in the bottle. We'll look for our navigation, and we get a reward. A pantry maid. Cool, we'll take her. And give more rum and continue. That's where my my battleship is. Anything cool here I want to snatch? Let's try to get something good for our clockmakers and our things over there for the cab factories. In fact, I'm sure we already have one guy that's really good for cabs. Well, that would also help that guy, which we already have somewhere. He's hiding. Carpenter work and windows makers make pearls. We have that. good trade prices. Let's just buy that. Artisanal kitchens. Mines are just free, apparently. Fisheries make tallow. Restaurants, public moorings. I just like that because we have a ton of those. And they're always close to. Lumberjack cuts and charcoal and hill make cotton. Could be useful. We want something that's good for our very last one. Cab assembly line. Instead of steam motors, it processes filaments and it makes light bulbs. That just seems like the best one we can get. This guy's also cool here. He cuts down the expenses of your stuff. Anyway, we'll send these guys over here. You know, in fact, we have this guy here too. Let's look and see if we can get some more stuff. I like this guy. I'm not going to use him probably online. I'll have to do it offline whenever I go back and look at the old world stuff. Airship guys, overpriced. Clockmakers, productivity for maintenance. I don't need the bucket happiness here. Let's see, shipyards. We've seen that guy. Getting second guy we already have. I mean, we'll just. No, this guy doesn't count as a ship. We actually don't need money. Light bulb, instead of it uses workers and it makes filaments. So the light bulb factory makes filaments? Interesting, but not interesting enough here. Shipyards. We already have that. Might just start buying guys just to buy them. Though whenever I see something that I like want to buy, my immediate thought is that it's good, but some of these are not good. So it is a little distracting to have them there. Champagne cellars and Hacienda rum distilleries give bonus production. Clay pits, saltpeter provides electricity. And they make pearls. That's such like a weird eclectic grouping of things that, like, I'm fine with that. Sure, we'll take that. I don't even think you have any sand. I guess you do have some sand pits here, but we'll just drop this stuff off. We'll use our other guy and do one last round of shopping while we wait for stuff to get done. Have you arrived here? You have. Let's load up with more construction materials.
Begin the turn.
Are we making bricks here? We should be making bricks. We're not making bricks. Might as well make some bricks while we're here, since this is a good island for us. Whatever. Just throw these guys somewhere. Preferably somewhere not occupied by something else. Here you go. We only need one of them, because it's going to be right by electricity. Unless this guy also has electricity. No, he does not. Okay. Don't want to actually go to the old world. There's 14. Oh, it is Palillo. We don't actually harvest any of those. Okay, back to the prison, where we're shopping for people. Don't care. Two works. Firemen. Just flat productivity. This guy is so good. I'll take one of him. Jewelers. We don't care about that. Clockmakers.
Into the unknown.
Back there. I want something that gives us extra bonus resources instead of changing what it produces. Like, there's some instances where that's helpful. Right now, I don't think it's what we need. Brick factories make steel. See, like Light Bulb Factory, that is good. Bicycle Factory. Instead of steel, the building process is iron, and it makes pocket watches and gramophones.
I've a part for you in my tragedy.
I think that's good. We'll take that. And we'll do her destroy quest. In fact, I don't even think I can actually... we'll use this guy. Actually, come back here real quick. Dump off your stuff. You gotta have something that's good for a ship, right? No, you don't. I think you straight up win in a fight with this guy. Plus, we have... With our luck, he'll drive right by one of our islands and just get blown up anyway. Okay. Our ship has arrived here in Glenside. I think we're good to start finishing out stuff here. Looks like it. Let's look at our production. In terms of raw material, we apparently have a massive shortage of coal. I'll look at that in a second. But we're actually keeping up with stuff. Our steel's doing fine. We're doing fine on that. Am I okay to just build this too? I think I am.
Not enough as it is.
Our elevator plants a cutting edge. Time to get production off the ground. Done. Time to get the elevators up and running. People want better views.
Interesting.
Why not turn a typical residence?
You can make your engineers
skyscraper?
also skyscrapers, which is cool.
Not too many changes, I hope.
Cool. Also, new scarcity of beer in Leviticus. We're getting pummeled by those, but that's okay. So how is our surplus of... We had enough engineers here. Is it because we're doing... I bet you it's because we're doing the World Trade Fair or whatever. Yeah, we've already assigned stuff here. How's our filament?
Ship under attack.
Who's hitting who?
Stations.
Come this way.
We have the elevators, so let's elevate our ambitions. Sky's empty, so we fill it. We'll be kings in no time. Looking over our
Stop sailing that way, please. Thank you. Alright, he's gonna die just from that,
Ship
which is fine.
under attack.
Give it our best.
Your harbor is under attack.
Turn him back on. Our flagship's here. We'll take this up and we'll drop it back off at Ann Harlow.
on our way.
And there we go. That's all handled. I think our numbers are evening out here. They are slowly, which is
We don't have to
nice.
deal on paper.
You are so
Play the
generous.
bribe. And we're getting close to our filament count. I always click the wrong button whenever I go to touch that. Alright, so let's look. We are 60 tallow away. That'll get done soon. I'm genuinely curious whether or not, if I look at like our raw material of coal, we're capped right now. I think we're good on our production here, which is awesome. We produce not enough steam motors to actually meet our demand.
The odd jet of steam.
I think because this thing produces so many at a time. Oh, because you get boosted. Do you get boosted, or am I wrong in that? These two require. Will that be good if I just throw out one more of these? We don't have the engineers for it. But like I kind of want to just like throw this right here. Let's get the other thing done before I come back and revisit this. But for now, we do know for a fact that I can now get our steam carriages. We'll get a trade route set up here from Glenside to hip wrath, and we're going to load up our steam carriages. It's a consumer good. Gonna own them, and then we'll also load up elevators, which are producing very fast. And we'll leave it unassigned. This will be going up question or exclamation point. All right, this will be Old World OG trade. We don't have a ship to assign to it. That's fine. We'll get one eventually. We got a pearls. We are out of pearls. How do I fix that problem? Let's think about it. I mean, here's what I definitely should get like a local administration here. And we're gonna just tuck it away somewhere over here. Just to be like somewhere where it's not problematic for us expanding in the future.
Ship constructed.
Screw it. This is fine. This works. Anyway, local administration, and we're gonna have it where you are working with the town halls. It's gonna be all production buildings in range of connected trade unions. We're gonna want them to give extra goods. And that means we need to actually build trade units. So, first trade union. This would be such a good spot. I can work with this. Here's what we're gonna do. Move you one up. And we're gonna take this and drag you around like so and drop that. And we'll put a trade union right in there. And we'll do that by taking out the last part too.
It's grown more beautiful.
Damn. And then while I do that,
Celebrate your leadership.
what am I doing? And we'll also move these to the other side. We'll switch these around and do something like this. I'm making a mess of this, but I want to put a trade union right in here somehow. Here's what we do. We'll bring you up, bring you around, and bring you down. Drop that. Drop that. Whatever, that works. There's a trade union. We'll need our bricks to build it, but we'll get there eventually.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Back to looking at watching our numbers come up for this. We're at 102. In fact, it should be done, right? We should almost have our... Okay, we can trade for filament, great. Let's trade... What do we not need some of? We don't need rum anymore. I want 300 of these. Just, I guess 200. Just drop off 200 of those. That way I can finish this darn quest, and we'll turn these back on. So we have 104. Got Samson. Let's take him back over here.
On our way.
Let's also make sure we don't run out of work clothes now that I did that, so let's make sure we already have like a minimum of it. Always leave 100 workers' clothes.
Not nearly as up, Mark.
And We should have a ship now, right? To do this trade route. Going up. There we go. That'll be good. Sweet. Okay, we're immediately under the level of filament that I want. We'll have to put 2 things out here for filament. Let's trade some. In fact, what am I doing? Let's do some schnapps for filament as well. Let's just do like I can just do 300 with this thing and not do this. And we'll have this go back to rum, even though we should be good on rum. Okay. We're making do with a lot of our supplies just by trading for them, which is not bad. Like, it's fine. Probably not ideal either. Let's move this variety feeder. I want you to be closer. You don't need to be down there. Yeah, make sure we get our reach to all the people here. Our church does not. Where is our church? Down here. We'll just throw one over here for now. Subject to change, of course, but keeps them happy. How can we get? I can't really get this any closer unless I throw one over here. But like, can I like fit one? Shit. Well, that's definitely not what I wanted to do. Variety feeder. I copied you. I can't even fit you right there. So yeah, you're not gonna get one for now. Weird. Why did I have that set up like that? Huh. Did not realize I did that. I have my one gorilla. He's just chilling there doing my relaxing. Alright, so let's think. We need to finish off this World's Fair. It's very close. We gotta get the filaments there to fulfill it out. So let's look for those. It'll start using some. When the next trade comes, it'll have enough filaments to actually do everything here. That'll meet that demand. And we can close that down. Let's go back and look at our Iron Tower, Phase 2. Needs workers that we don't have. So I should go and make some workers. Speaking of, I can upgrade these. And there's the workers. This might affect our surpluses of some goods. Yeah, it looks like we are struggling with some fish. Actually move this over here so I can do something like this. Huh. Just throw the fishery down here. And we'll upgrade you for good measure. That should mean my fish demand is met. Other stuff, maybe not so much. But oh well. How is the lifestyle of goods over here? You want rum? Do we have enough rum to actually give you rum? Something tells me probably not. Rum is not easy to keep track of here. Well, I mean, there's one way to find out. Let's just click it. And we want to see the rum production between here, and we're going to look at, where's the place? It's Leviticus. All right, you don't get rum. Happy to figure that out. Sorry, workers. Fine. If these guys are all happy, they have all their demands met. We're happy with that. Is there anyone who does not have a demand met over here? You don't have your steam carriages anymore. Oh yeah, that'll do it. What's our one trade route that's running this one? Is there oil? Ah, it's right here, so we can watch it come in.
Ready for assignment.
Here we go. Income check. We're 10k over our resting rate.
We're all full up.
Full up on fish.
Awaiting instructions.
Who am I supposed to turn this into? I almost failed Anne Harlow's quest because of this stupid thing.
Done the deed, Hunter. You shall have a share.
Alright,
Just like the rest of us.
checking our diplomacy. She really likes us. John of Fortune, I think I need to just, like, throw the fleet at him. Right? Like, I'm not gonna get far with that. Let's look at our expedition. The Inspector. We want the highest sec chance, so we're gonna talk him out. We get a reward. We get a cool painting for the origin of mankind. We accept it. Pantry maid, get out of there. Great. So, with that, we can now do some skyscraper stuff.
The pendulum swings between contentment and...
I want to do this. Let's start with, like, here. We'll upgrade these and see what those look like in skyscraper form. Shit. That's not what I want to do. I want to make you into a skyscraper.
We are galvanized.
You now need department stores.
So proud we laid the first stone. Keep it up. Plenty of real estate up there. My rivals are trying to keep pace, which is so funny to me because they're all failures.
Okay. Thanks, Donnie.
Yes. Shopping are
Okay, got a shop. So this is an investor. It's a shopping arcade. Offers consumer goods. Someone's getting torn down to make this happen. Probably these guys right here. We'll deal with that later. Okay, so we have our first skyscrapers here. You have no panorama. Skyscraper residents like to have an unobstructed panoramic view when looking out their windows. Having smaller skyscrapers around them supports the panorama effect. Skyscrapers that are taller or higher reduce the effect. So does that mean like I need to go and do something like upgrade you? Oh my gosh. Interesting. So you kind of want to do it in like tiers, huh? It's like if I did something like this. This is all DLC. We can like get like basic. I want to upgrade these guys. This seems so cool. Is there a hotkey to this? So I don't have to do it this way. Anywho, that's how you get more investors, and that unlocks the department store. We need to finish off this before I look at that, right? We should be almost done with our filament demands. Alright, so we're gonna wait a little bit. I think I'll pause and come back when we're ready to finish the World's Fair. So we have our first tier of skyscraper. To get more, we'll have to do the department stores, which gives you a ton of more investors. Okay, so I see how this works, right? Instead of building wide now, we can build tall, and like, you know, we can make this our engineer block and then not have a lot of these other stuff, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. You can just keep investing in your highest tier people. And looking at it, that did bump our share income by quite a little bit. Like we make 16k now above our resting rate, just from the number of investors we get, without also meeting all their crazy other demands they have. Plus, this is all in the area of my guys that give bonuses.
This city is a magnet for genius.
Bonus income. Workforce. I could totally have probably something better here. Pub and beer. There's probably some cool little things I can sneak in here. I could probably get one that reduces the need of them to have, like, I don't know, one of these I could probably fix. But, anywho, is this, how close are you? Alright, I'll come back when this is all ready to go, and we'll finish the World Fair and end the episode. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, we are back, and ready to finish the World Fair. Let's finish it. Bam! Cool. Looks like just like a train station to me. Like maybe like what's the train station in the big one in New York? Grand Central, I guess. Anywho,
Engineers are the keystones. Stuff they come up with boggles the mind.
so you could do different themes.
Get them down from the attic and into normal society.
Let's look at architectural marvels. Gain 3 unique and ornament buildings. You can unlock different stuff. Okay. 3 rare and uncommon machines and inventions. Artifacts for your museum. 2 uncommon rare plants for your botanical garden. Fireworks and golden tickets. Well, let's start with the architectural marvels. We'll do preparation. Should meet all of these here.
Pull up your braces and thrust into the unknown.
Sure. Oh, you want bananas.
Untold perils await.
You should have everything else. Cool. World fairs are interesting. There's pirates. Let's fight the pirates. Let's fight the pirates again. Pirates give us stuff. And let's continue. Anyway, with the World Fair, we have some cool stuff now. Really cool stuff. We can now do like the World Fair, their little missions that I was unaware that existed, which is cool. Let's trade for some plantains. I used to think we had a ton of plantains, but here, give me like 200 plantains here. So sometime in the next little bit, we'll get our plantains. Oh, we actually are going to get all this stuff. Exhibition attractiveness. I don't know how that stuff works. Anyway, let's look at our... we should now have the need for that. We're not going to give you shampoo yet. Come on now. Though I could see the use in that. Yeah, we have the World's Fair. Skyline Tower we don't have access to. Where do you get that? What is that? Is that like another thing we have to build? Sounds like it is. But, cool. We now have the World's Fair. That gives us a ton of money. So let's look at our final balance here. We're making 20k over. 20k over our actual share income resting state, which is crazy. Crazy amount of income. We're doing really well. And I don't really know where I want to go from here. That's the question. Do I? Well, I obviously have to try to do the department store stuff. We've got to test that stuff out. To that effect, I'm just gonna throw that down here and not worry about what this does to my economy. Let's just throw down department store and see how this works. Right, here's a department store.
Empty arcade fulfills no purpose.
So you can make stuff here. What do these do? Oh, they decrease your demands for
the
things.
Galleria Batterette. Now, sacred halls have to
And you
have
get
product worthy of worship.
bonusy.
Get
Okay.
the suckers leaving with their arms full.
Okay.
You know, your catalog is pretty skinny. It's okay. Donnie has some ideas to fatten it up.
This is very interesting.
Put notes in the margins.
Crockery could be easy for us to do, but I really like this. This is awesome. Really awesome. Okay, so we obviously the toaster's the only thing we can make. We can't actually produce any of this stuff, but really cool the way this works.
Sure to please
Oh, and it just takes in the raw material. Interesting.
The toaster, the perfect trap. pipe toasty smells out and put the suckers in mind of breakfast.
These tips apply to the shopping arcade. The green overlay indicates where input goods can be fetched from. The green street overlay also indicates which skyscrapers will have the need for shopping arcade filled. The circle indicates which residents benefit from the current. So do I even have to produce anything to get this filled? Yeah, I do have to produce something here. Interesting. Wow, okay. The circle indicates which residents benefit from the current
Mom,
patent.
I regret to inform you this product appears to be out of stock.
Cool, and we can work on getting that later, but that's really cool here how this works. So that's looks like, oh god, there's more stuff you need with level 2. Okay, so I guess that's a DLC we're getting into, is all the skyscraper stuff, but I guess we'll end with something. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. Let's buy it out. This is my island now.
Another player has had their island seized.
Bam! The floating city.
You do the hard work developing it, and then I'll take it back.
Oh yeah. He does not like us. Yeah, let's flatter you and offer you a gift. Oh, give me a quest too, good friend here. Anywho,
More money is always good. See how
we got a puzzle quest. Find the crate.
selling fast. Imagine the profits if desperate to make something of yourself. So, what next? Surely you weren't about to stop here. These skyscrapers can go even higher.
Carbon Fest the Dark. I'm way over time here.
Time to brew up tomorrow's trends. I'll uncork the...
A great moment for all of us.
God, everything's going on. It's in the mountain somewhere? Anyway, I'm going to do this quest for this guy. I think we're going to end this one here. We're making really good progress, guys. I'm really happy with it. With taking out Carl here, he's not going to have... Like, he's still going to have engineers, and he'll eventually get investors, but we can slowly start taking out his islands through, like, diplomatic means, and we'll eliminate someone else from the contention, just like we did George, but this time peacefully. Which is awesome. Plus, we now have this other island here that has some copper and things. We can use it to produce the goods we need for getting this. And we can do new things with our palace, apparently. So let's just quickly build this out. And bam! Awesome. We are going strong. And yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get these guys all their demands met for the department and things. And then we're gonna just ignore this stuff and move on to DLCs. We're gonna probably go to, I don't know where we're gonna go first. I'll probably just look at it. Maybe do the Arctic first, because we can also keep leveling up. In fact, maybe we go to the Arctic like next. That's like the next thing we do is go to the Arctic. Like, first off, let's just see this. Can I go one more up here and one more up here? Oh, and now we get other demands.
Up to you how and where these towers grow.
Wow.
Just make them grow real high.
This is such a cool thing here. What's the highest? Is 3 the highest of these? I don't know. Anyway, we have skyscrapers. We've been going up. We're getting that stuff done.
Surely a higher skyscraper surrounded by lower ones.
This guy loves to talk.
The best panoramas of the city.
Which is really cool, the way all this stuff works. Anyway, we're in Cosman here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Next time we come back, we'll probably look into some of the skyscraper stuff. I'll probably have the industry set up here to do things like chewing gum. Ooh, yeah, chewing gum and other department store stuff. Yeah, but we're drawing to a close here, and I think we'll get to DLCs soon.
Ceasefire has ended.
Hell, I might not have it in me to do all this skyscraper stuff. This seems to be pretty complex, and we're already making enough money to where I don't care. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll catch you later. Bye!